Hey everyone, and welcome to The Explainer. You know, Python has this incredible secret weapon, a massive toolkit that's already on your computer, right now, just packed with power. Today, we're going to take a tour of it. Let's dive in.
So, here's the game plan. First, we'll break down what this secret weapon actually is. Then, we're going to get practical, automating your file system, mastering text with something called regex, and handling all kinds of real-world data. We'll wrap up with a quick look at some next-level stuff, and then I've got a question for you.
All right, let's get right into it. You hear this phrase thrown around all the time with Python, batteries included. And you know what? It's not just some cute marketing slogan. It is the core idea that makes Python so powerful, right out of the box.
But what does that really mean for you? I mean, whether you're a pro developer or just getting started, well, it means that when you install Python, you're not just getting the language. Nope. You're getting this huge, ready-to-go toolkit to solve actual problems immediately.
And that toolkit is called the standard library. Seriously, just picture a massive workshop filled with all kinds of specialized tools. That's what you get for free with every single copy of Python. You don't need to hunt down or install anything extra to start doing some seriously useful work.
Okay, so let's put this toolkit to use. First up, automating your file system. Come on, we've all been there, right? Renaming hundreds of files, moving folders around, searching for that one document. It's tedious, it's boring, and it is the absolute perfect job for a computer script.
To tackle this, our standard library workshop gives us a few key tools. We've got the OS module, which lets your code talk directly to the operating system. Then there's shutil, think of it as shell utilities for all the heavy lifting, like copying and moving entire directories. And then there's glob, which is this amazing tool for finding files using wildcard patterns. We'll see that in just a second.
And here is where you really see the power. Imagine you need to find every single Python file in a massive project. Doing that by hand, clicking through folders, what a headache. But with the glob module, it is literally 2 lines of code. That's it. That is the batteries included philosophy in action. It's all about immediate efficiency.
So Python saves you a ton of time with files, that's clear. But what about something trickier, like searching through text? Sure, simple find and replace is great, but sometimes you need to find a really specific, complex pattern, a true needle in a haystack of data. For that exact problem, the standard library gives us the re module. This is your gateway to regular expressions, or regex as everybody calls it. Just think of them as a tiny, super-powered language specifically for describing and matching patterns in text, from something as simple as an email address to something tricky like repeated words.
Just look at the difference here. On the left, a simple replace is direct, but it's limited. On the right, that regular expression can find any repeated word like the. It's basically telling the computer, find a word, remember what it was, and then check if that exact same word appears right after it. This one little line of code can fix that mistake everywhere in your text. That's a superpower for text manipulation.
And I know, it can look a little scary at first glance. But using the red module really just comes down to 3 simple steps. You import it, you define the text pattern you're looking for, and then you use one of its functions to either find all matches or substitute them. It's a really powerful loop.
All right, so beyond just files and text, the standard library is also a total pro at handling real-world data structures. You know, all the messy stuff like dates, times, and all those common data formats we have to deal with. For anything that involves time, and let's face it, most projects do, the datetime module is going to be your absolute best friend. It gives you everything you could possibly need to create, compare, and even do math with dates and times. It's fantastic. For example, how many days have passed since a specific date? Maybe July 31st, 1964. I mean, you could pull out a calendar and start counting, or you could let Python tell you instantly. This number right here, 14,368, is the answer to a similar question, found with just a simple subtraction of 2 dates. That's how effortlessly you can do some pretty complex calendar arithmetic. And it's not just dates. The library comes ready to handle the most common data formats you'll ever run into. Need to work with JSON from a web API? Boom, there's a JSON module. Reading data from a spreadsheet? The CSV module is right there for you.
You even get a full-fledged SQL database with SQLite 3. All of it included. So far, we've seen tools for a lot of the everyday tasks, but the standard library goes so much further. So let's do a really quick lightning round just to get a glimpse of the bigger picture.
You need to save space or transfer data more efficiently? Well, modules like zlib give you direct access to common compression algorithms, letting you work with compressed data on the fly.
What if you're building something that interacts with email? Well, the email package is this comprehensive toolset that can parse, generate, and manage even really complex messages right out of the box. Need to have two different programs communicate over a network? The XML RPC module makes something called remote procedure calls an almost trivial task. And honestly, this is just scratching the surface of what's available for networking, testing, and so much more. So I think the big takeaway here is that Python isn't just a language. It's a complete problem-solving environment from the very moment you install it. Your toolkit is already packed and ready to go.
This quote from the documentation, it just says it all, doesn't it? The whole batteries included philosophy is what gives Python these sophisticated, robust tools, letting you build some truly amazing things. So that brings us to the final and really the most important question. With the workshop this full of powerful, ready-to-use tools, what problem are you going to solve first?
Hey, if this tour of Python's standard library sparks some ideas for you, make sure you subscribe and hit that like button so you don't miss our next explainer.
And for a much deeper dive, you can find a ton of great tutorials on Python and plenty of other languages over at www.plus2net.com. Thanks for watching.